Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to continue with Honkai Impact and we are going to continue with the main story. So yeah. I think you will see what happens to May first, from what I know from before, since the game is a bit older though. Quite a few things about the story I already know, and I think firstly we get to know how the story with May continues before Kiana's part is before Kiana's part comes. But I got the picture frame and the last item, Black Feather of Sandy, which is also nice to have. So yeah. Uh, 900 of these things will have lots of crystals at the moment, which is quite nice. And I can unlock this Karlan Kasana bodysuit. Oh yeah. The screen things, I still don't really know from what they are, but yeah. Who cares? And more things for the stigma or Elisa. I don't know how she's pronounced, but I have enough to unlock her as a chibi character. So from what it looks like, I can now put her theoretically into the door and she would walk around. But yeah, maybe at some point I make an episode where I fully concentrate on building a nice looking dormitory dome, but not at the moment. But yeah, first the character, an Eswin character from the dormitory. And it's the Herrscher of Ice. One of the Eswin characters that I wouldn't have needed personally, but yeah. I hope as one of the next Eswin characters I get this silly battle suit with both forms, so Dark Silly and I call her Dark Silly. I can't really remember her. I think she has a name other than Silly, but I can't remember it. Not really interested in this character. But now a few points for the Herrscher of Rebirth. I don't think I will get her. I'm still at 100 and I think I have used up all my luck with the Herrscher of Origin. So yeah. I don't have high hopes of getting her. demon fool. I would be quite happy if I got her. So yeah, Wolf Storm, Bornya Battlesuit, A-Wing Battlesuit, which is a new one, so also very nice. And yeah, what this flower thing, don't ask me if I could buy a few of this upgrade things, but yeah, not really that interested in it at the moment. And yeah, now single points, since I don't have enough crystals to do another temple. And yeah, like I said, I still don't believe I will get her, which is rather sad. But yeah, not much that I can change about it. I could play quite a lot, try to do anything I can, speed through the story just to get a few crystals to get one better suit, but yeah, I don't think that makes sense. But okay, it would destroy the atmosphere for me if I would now just to speedrun the game. Especially because at some point I think she will come back and I have another chance getting her. And if not, then it is so. Not much that I can change about it. But yeah. But last thing was Thunders over Nagasura. And at some point I will do heavy chapter 2 100%. And another new kind of map for the chapter with an A&D level. Probably makes me stronger, but I personally ignored it. So yeah. May meditated silently in the digital constructed space. It was a familiar state of being for practicing Kenjutsu and allowed her to attain the highest level of focus. After reacquiring her harsher powers, she spent most of her time in the seared training cabin. This was the place where she could forget about everything and concentrate on what she needed at the moment. Training module activated. Initiating NRAM algorithms. Project Vigil training targets. The cold artificial voice echoed its protocol. Several mechs materialized and landed heavily on the ground. May opened her eyes slowly, gripped her weapon, and threw it with a deafening hum. Yeah. Like I already said, I don't like this form of May. But I now need to defeat millions of stupid Titan and other mechs, which isn't really fun since they spawn quite far away from each other, which makes them a bit annoying to fight against. Yeah. But other than that, they are relatively suitable. White electric spark danced in the air. The shattered mechs disintegrated into data fragments. May silently shared her blade. The digital environment disappeared and revealed a poorly lit corridor. Someone hidden in the darkness approached slowly. The Honkai energy within you is stabilizing. I knew it. You can indeed wield this power. I've said I don't want to be disturbed. Don't be so mean. We're friends. Infants are supposed to get along with each other. I really want to get to know you better. Stop wasting time, Jagger. Jagger was suddenly interrupted. Raven appeared out of nowhere and stood between her and May. Get on with the business at hand. You just spoiled all the fun. The time has come for you to unleash your powers for the Serpent, Raven May. Imaginary singularity observations predict a Honkai event that should create an apex in crucial to our plans. Yes, you know it, Raiden May. It will give birth to a Herrscher like you. Simply put, a key object of Project Stigma is to acquire every single Herrscher. But our CEO will not personally lead this mission as he is busy elsewhere. This is our chance as our CEO's most steadfast followers to prove our devotion and ensure the success of Stigma. Wait, May. Your power will be the indelible weapon for the World Serpent. This is why we need to work together and face the impending Honkai eruption. I will honor my promise. But don't treat me as a friend. We're both using each other for our own ends. I'm a mercenary. I don't treat anyone as a friend. So our mission is just to kill a Herrscher? No, a dead Herrscher means nothing to us. The Serpent needs suspended Herrschers. Suspended? I have prepared a small gift for you. Behold, the scepters of Duat, that was of the underworld. Jagger revealed a golden and black box measuring several inches long. It looked like the mask of Tutankhamun. May did not know what the box contained. Like its marker, the box made her feel extremely uncomfortable. Oh, this must be the imaginary disruptor mentioned in the briefing. Disruptor? Please, do not hurl this message with such common labels. This is a marvel from the previous era that even Schicksal couldn't replicate. You can't even fathom its value. Truth be told, I hope you can experience its powers for yourself. Unfortunately, these scepters are too valuable. Our resources only let us craft 8 of them. But do didn't with their use. Done with their use. How do you use them? You will know. While the masked lady chuckled, a slight vibration accompanied by electric noise spread through the corridors. May heard an unfamiliar voice in this electrical data stream. Attention, everyone. A Honkai eruption occurred at the Southeast Asian island city of Korea just a minute ago. Schicksal has deployed their vagaries. It's time to start our mission. Yeah. This chicken person I wouldn't trust either. Meanwhile, at the Federal Autonomous Region of Coral in the Pacific Ocean, the Model Blades Valkyrie squad led by Durandal arrived at the war zone 30 minutes after the eruption. The vagaries waited themselves for combat at the outskirts of the island city. Fellow vagaries, ETA to our objective is now 5 minutes. I'll be running through the mission briefing. The eruption took place at Coral, an artificial island with 1.8 million permanent residents. Located at the border of Southeast Asia and Oceania, Coral is a key economic and commercial hub in the Pacific. 30 minutes had passed since the eruption. Honkai is spread across the entire island. Things aren't looking good. And we have some really bad news. We lost contact with the Snow Lotus Valkyrie squad, garrisoned on Coral. Our vanguard evacuations have steered direction and established a forward operation base. Upon arrival, the multi-plate should punch through to the center of Coral and pave the way for other squads. The Overseer also gave an order. The World Serpent will be joining this battle as our allies. Schicksal forces should carry out standard anti-Honkai eruption and leave the Herrscher to the Serpent. Roger, all vagaries to battle stations. Yeah. So they will meet again? I don't know if that's a good idea, but yeah, I don't think they will kill each other, even though they don't have the best, I would say, relationship with me and Donda, but it's understandable. Donda would have took Kiana hostage, and yeah. May also trade off to Schicksal.
私とリタは前線で崩壊獣の殲滅を担当しましょう。他の者は救援任務を優先的に行い、生存者を守って。かしこまりました。
I don't really like Donda as a Akari character. As bad as you. I don't like the fighting style. So I personally just can't get around it. Smoke engulfed the bridge to the city. The disaster continued to spread and consume the gem of civilization. The mortared blades advanced cautiously and pushed the chaos back towards the heart of Coral. Squad leader, Honkai levels are rising in Coral. We just picked up a Herrscher's energy signature in the city district. I've sent you the coordinates. This location, Mr. Dorndal, the places where we lost contact with Snow Lotus 10 minutes ago. Follow me, Rita. We must give them our support. Understood. But squad leader, the overseer told us not to engage the Herrscher. Unauthorized actions might be punished. Be flexible, Adolf. Our mission is to clear up the Honkai. That would include helping squads that lost contact. Oh, that's right. We won't be disobeying any orders that way. You're so smart, Adjutant Rita. If the others proceed as planned, we will meet at the specific coordinates. Understood. Yeah. I think this will be again a rather long chapter. Like, it feels like every chapter now takes 1.5 to 2 hours. So I do have a bit of change from now and then. I will try my best to keep event story videos to around 1 hour and not longer. So that not one 2 hour video after another comes out, since yeah, they can be quite, it can be, it takes quite a while to watch such a long video, and not everyone likes such long videos. So yeah, I might give my best to change this thing up a bit. And there are videos with different links, not always such long ones. And yeah, especially
わからずやばかりですね。突破を続けます。時間がありません。かしこまりました。ライデンメイ。
yeah.
この戦闘は勝たなければいけません。あなたはライデンメイさんですね。
I didn't expect you to join the World Serpent. I have my reasons. That is all you need to know. It turns out Miss Phaeton is the ally that our overseer mentioned. The World Serpent must be a stretched pin to send its newest member to such a dangerous area. Isn't this Miss World Ice? How are you doing? Raven. Your concern is appreciated. Unlike Schicksal, the serpent doesn't like human wave tactics. We may be few in numbers, but we will complete the mission. Oh my, how rude of me then. Vita smiled, but her gaze turned as cold as steel. I wonder what you'll be using against the Herrscher. Gas, trucks, suicide bomb pods? Well, I didn't expect you to single-handedly ruin our mission last time. I'm still very sorry about that. Oh dear, please don't. I should be the one who's sorry for ruining that grand project of Philippus life science. You're welcome to take care of our supplies and make sure the tea is ready while we handle the Herrscher. How nice of you. In return, I shall make sure you're given a proper funeral if you get yourself killed. You're being too kind. You should try to be safe back here. Things might get very dangerous. Indeed, you should also watch your back as well. The two girls continued sparring as their smiles stiffened. Tension rose in the air. Rita. Durandal's gentle voice reminded Rita of her interceptions. The Vega slowed slightly and took a step back. Apologies. I do not intend to fight Schicksal. May extended her hand to Durandal as a gesture of her goodwill. Durandal looked at the girl. She had changed much since that short-lived battle at Oxity. We are now allies with the same goals. We should focus on our mission and try not to get in each other's way. Our Vegas garrison the outskirts to contain the Honkai and evacuate the survivors. According to our arrangement, you'll be fighting the Herrscher, and we will try not to interfere. Thank you. The Herrscher is moving towards the center of Coral. You should set out quickly. The Valkyrie then extended her hand to May to cement the alliance. Miss Rose Eyes, I suppose we can shake on this and declare a truce? I will not shake hands with the one who murdered my comrades. Oh my, you're so emotional. Raven took a step forward but found the tip of the lance pointed straight at her. Do not push your luck. Whatever. I see that my efforts are not reciprocated. Raven gave up and returned to May's side, where Donda lowered her weapon and left the place together with Rita. Yeah. Understandable. You killed the comrades. Killed the comrades. They won't be best friends. Is understandable. But I think it's enough if they can live with each other as long as the mission takes. After that, they hopefully don't need to meet again. This is the place. Cold winds blew into their faces when they stepped out of the tunnel. There was nothing but ruin inside. Where's our contact? Look, there he is. May heard lightly footsteps next to her, light the sword slightly as the contact revealed himself. You sure took your time. Meet an older acquaintance. Had to say hello. That S-Rank Valkyrie? Why did you provoke her? What are you trying to achieve? Whatever. I'm the World Serpent Officer, codenamed All. Pleasure to meet you. I will support you in this mission. We don't need any support. Oh great, do take care of that, Herrscher. I'll be leaving. I dare you to say that again. Geez, it was a joke. The man named All scratched his head lazily. He is professional in data mining and convert operations. He'll be helping us on this mission. He looks like a lazy bag of bones, but he's one of the best operatives we have. Raiden May, Sama, San, anything. We have confirmed that this eruption had given birth to the fifth Herrscher. I prepared the scepters of Duat according to Jekyll's instructions. Defeat her and we can attempt to capture her. Just call me May. Having said that, May headed directly towards the center of the city. Is she the Herrscher of Thunder that our seer mentioned? She looks soft. Can she handle the job? Don't worry about it. Like us, she has every reason to fight. Well, we'll see about that. Yeah. It doesn't really seem like he wants to work. More like he's just there because he needs to be there. But, oh well. Lots of zombies.
ライデン・メイがいれば俺なんかの協力はいらないだろう。力を温存して律者との戦闘にとっておいた方がいい。お前な。喧嘩はやめてくれる？それで。
律者のさっきから律者の信号は移動をやめている。
Many people still don't trust me.
ここはそいつが最後に出現した場所だ。感じる。律者はこの近くにいる。あ、この氷柱。
熱帯なのに氷。
崩壊エネルギーが溢れ出してる。当たりみたい。行きましょう。
Hides in an ice cage.
氷柱の中の
Pretty
崩壊エネルギー
obvious.
が増え続けている。律者がもうすぐ孵化する。この辺りの崩壊獣は
お前たちは崩壊獣の注意を引いておけ。俺は氷柱の付近で待機し、律者迎撃の準備
ならば先に律者砕けろ。律者。
The ice column exploded into a rain of broken ice fragments and revealed the Herrscher. All acted as soon as the target appeared. Target locked, floating the scepters of the earth.
黄泉の杖。想定。
The Herrscher gave a high-pitched scream and unleashed a stream of biting cold. Water vapor quickly froze into ice jackets that bound the 3 World Serpent operatives. May felt pain piercing through her skin. She was too close to the Herrscher and it threatened to freeze her lungs. The Herrscher murmured a string of strange syllables. The Herrscher murmured while her body twisted and withered as though she was fighting an invisible creature. No one knew what she was up to. She behaved less like a Herrscher and more like a mindless zombie. Despite the target's strange behavior, the operatives knew they could not afford to hesitate. The fight begins. Yeah. Looks interesting. But yeah. This chapter is a lot longer. I don't think it will be that easy to find and capture her. The storm blew over. Everything within sight was sealed in a dome of ice that formed a massive wall. She escaped. Raven closed her eyes to sense the chill Honkai in the ice. The Herrscher was already far away. She's getting away. We must chase her down. Wait, we can't just mindlessly chase after her. That's dangerous. All crawled out of the snow and pattered his clothes to shake off the thick frost all over him. We see that the Herrscher could do. She's tougher than we thought. You may be an even match, but capturing her would not be easy. We need a better plan. Yeah. As easy as it seems. Cody's district, Wonder and Rita arrived at the place where the snow lotus hot. The frost slowly submitted and revealed the lifeless Gregory. We're too late. The two observed a moment of silence for those who had fallen in battle. We must bring this brave soldiers home. Of course. I leave this place to you, Rita. I will check the surrounding areas for any clues. They remained expressionless when she turned around and left, but Rita knew something was different. Yeah. not good. But yeah. I think from the beginning it was very unlikely that they survived. If even high rank Gregories have problems fighting against them, they it's probably almost impossible to win against yeah, against the Herrscher when you are just a low rank Gregory. Oh yeah. But I would say at least it wasn't faster. I don't think they suffered a very long time. Come device. The Valkyrie device picked up from the ice had a voice recording of what happened during the eruption. Squad leader, we've contacted the Ocean Branch. We just thought to reinforcements arrive and... Squad leader, are you alright? Don't get any closer. Leave, now! Squad leader, I'm picking up a powerful Honkai energy spike in you. What's happening? Get out of here! No, not like this. This shouldn't be happening. That's not good. So one of them became the Herrscher. Dorian scanned the battlefield. The clues and evidence pointed to one thing. While recovering the Valkyrie's remains, she suddenly noticed something glistering in the sun. What is this? Master, the mortar plates made it through the outer tunnels and are heading here right now. The other Valkyrie squads have secured major routes of traffic. We have contained the spread of the Honkai. Are you holding a necklace, Master Dundal? It's Anna Sherrick. It's hers. From what we've found out so far, she might be the Herrscher created by this eruption. She tried to fight the Honkai corruption, but ended up killing her own squad during the chaos of battle. I didn't expect things to turn out this way. Mr. Dundal, are we to share our findings with the World Serpent? Yes, Edwith sent Anna's data to them. What? Are you sure? Valkyrie data is supposed to be confidential. It is our duty to share necessary data. We're allies, after all. Dundal looked towards the far distance where the Herrscher might be. I shall see what they could do. Yeah. That changes a lot of things. But it also didn't seem like she is completely lost. Oh yeah. The sounds of breaking ice slabs were related through the city. A section of the ice wall then collapsed with a deep, whistling boom. Good, we finally got through this barrier. Incoming call from Schicksal? Greetings, World Serpent. I'm Valkyrie 8 from the Immortal Blades. My squad leader ordered me to share what Schicksal has found so far. Don't I order you to share things with us? Tell us what you found. Alright, I'm uploading the data right now. What is this? Our findings showed a former Herrscher is the Herrscher of Disruption. Schicksal? We were surprised as well, but this is what actually happened. Anna Sherrick was made the squad leader of Snow Lotus last year. The squad was garrisoned at Coral Island. She became a Herrscher during the eruption. Com records show that she tried to fight the Honkai but failed. Anna left after killing the other vagaries. We believe she still held on to a threat of humanity at that time. And that's why she sealed herself in ice. We also found frozen areas with high levels of Honkai at the site of the Herrscher birth. We have yet to discern their exact powers, but recalling their fifth Herrscher is the Herrscher of Ice. We've personally experienced the powers of the Herrscher of Ice. Does that mean you fought the Herrscher already? Only briefly, she managed to escape. She can create razor-sharp ice shots and unleash devastating freezing blades, a true nuisance. We find a way to neutralize her. Understood. I tell my squad leader about that. Thank you for your assistance. Very much appreciate. I can see us working together again in the future. Raven smiled. The vagary at the other end of the video call appeared to be pleasantly surprised. Alrighty, Godspeed and good luck. Raven switched off the communication crew somber as she studied the frozen city. You change your expressions really fast. It's just part of the job. We're allies after all. We need to keep moving and end this crisis as soon as possible. You're right. All studied the skyline of the streaming city. The disaster had begun to spread once more. Sad. She looked like a rather nice vagary from Mattersheim. Coral Business District. A heating stove was set up in the middle of snow-covered street. The Herrscher is moving towards the Coral Business District. The sensors we set up in the city were disabled. The last batch of data we received showed that the Herrscher spawned numerous beasts along her path. These beasts are creating extremely cold areas that would kill ordinary humans. We must destroy this beasts to approach our target. Even if we could get close to the Herrscher, we need a better plan or she just run away again. Indeed, the Scepters of Druid will be crucial to our plan. Can you explain what that device really is? Simply put, the Scepters are limiters that disrupt the Honkai energy output of a Herrscher's core. Jackie said they do this by introducing interfering twists to the link between the core and the imaginary space. In other words, the Scepters can severely limit the Herrscher's actions without killing her. Usually the limit zone won't last long, but if you're severely wounded and weaken the Herrscher of Ice first, the effects might last long enough for us to bring the Herrscher to our seal, would then seal her. With her powers gone, the Herrscher would enter in a coma and become a harmless vegetable. I'm sorry, what I said might sound cruel, especially to a Herrscher like you. All apologized to me, but it was Raven who replied. Cool? Since when did you become a kind person? We do have a Herrscher in our team, too. It's alright. If that is the only way, I do whatever it takes to finish my task. Alright then, let's plan for the next battle. Any delays would only make things worse for us. May we take her head on, we engage her in the ways that we proficient in. Yes, I'll agree to that. All added more fuel to the camp stove, perhaps to ward off the cold. We must first locate the Herrscher. Honkai energy and freezing winds have disabled our sensors. We can only rely on us unassisted vision. I will find an elevated build to find the target, provide you with long-range support. Once we located the Herrscher, I set a trap with the scepters of Duat. May will then lure the target into this trap. May nodded with approval. But the Herrscher used to be a highly trained vagary. A human might easily see through this trap. Only if she were human. In the last battle she couldn't even talk and was driven on by a destructive instinct. She's a unique case. May looked at the fire in the stove and recalled what Dr. Einstein said about Herrscher. That ex-vagary's body may be shortly corrupted, but her mind may still be resisting its influence. She appeared to be mindless only because she was still fighting the Herrscher persona for control over her body. If the Herrscher persona had won, we wouldn't be seeing that instead. He's still fighting the Honkai? But we cannot afford the cost of failure. This is our best moment to strike. If we all agree to the plan, we should get started right away. May cover Raven as she moves to her elevated position. Setting the traps will take a while. Let's go. Yeah. I don't trust this guy. I can get really behind his thought process in comparison to the ones of the other people. Oh well. Lots and lots of Honkai beasts. Thankfully this form of Raiden May, even if she isn't that nice of a character, she at least is rather strong. Or shown to be rather strong. Which is helpful. Defeated. It's so cold. I'm freezing, May. Talk to me to make this cold bearable. Might that new dress for the occasion. My specialized combat suit can tolerate low temperatures, but I never expected the tropical island to be this cold. That Brett all opted to stay near the stove to keep himself warm. He's that type of guy. You seem to know him pretty well. Well, he used to be a target list on a contract I took. We met in battle. I was so down in an organization known as the Thousand Fists. He was their hired muscle. We fought each other on multiple occasions, but I always won. He hardly changed, didn't even blink or care when the blade was placed on his neck. I found him pretty interesting, so I let him go after destroying the 1,000 fists and recommended him to our seal. Right, he was already an officer. When I saw him again, I received a reward for my recommendations. Though he looks sloppy, he has the skills needed to solve problems efficiently. Grey Serpent likes to call him an effective tool. But I never figured out what's going on in his head. This is why I don't like having him on my side. It doesn't matter, I just need him to get the job done. That's so very nice of you. Enough talk for now, let's push on. Understood, you lead, I follow. Speaking of which, you haven't given yourself an officer's code name. No, I don't. I advise you to think of one as fast as possible, or Jack will be the one giving you names. You don't want that to happen, right? Yeah. From how she seems like I did not see her. The city center was overrun by glacial formations. Raven stood atop a tower to get a full view of the district. She was here before. Koi used to be an exclusive retreat for the rich, but it had become an ice-locked tomb. A perfect position for an observer. Gives me a clear view of everything. Raven assumed a prone position, had a Vanki created an array of glowing indigo patterns. Raven looked through these patterns to transform her view into a set of overlapping blocks. The device gave Raven super physical sight that goes beyond the third dimension and revealed everything to her. Found her. Distance 7,100 yards. In the garden at the base of the space elevator in the city center. Target is not moving. Good, keep your eyes on her. No problem. Go, meet up with all. May leaped off the tower roof and disappeared in the freezing mist. Thunder crackled and lightning flashed at the distance. Raven only saw a faint trail of her passage. Herrscher powers can really make things so much easier. At the other side of the city, all heard the distant building of thunder. He closed his eyes and counted the seconds. May appeared next to him before he could reach 30. Raven for the Herrscher. Are you ready? Owl waved the scepters in his hand and placed them in his pockets. Time to do this. Oh. And more Honkai beasts to fight again. And it will probably take a while until we even get to Herrscher. But since she's not moving, maybe she has put herself into a ice cage again. Would be helpful if she did. Oh dear. Just getting the hypothermia down. May and all braved the freezing winds in silence as flakes of frost brushed off their combat suits. The environment became colder as they approached the Herrscher of Ice. All's outfit, however, was frozen stiff. Even May in her Herrscher form could sense the cold. You should head back if you feel unwell. It will only get colder. No ordinary human could withstand such temperatures.
一般人が耐えられるものじゃないわ。
May stopped and looked into the distance. Give me the scepters and I handed the Herrscher on my own.
私が何とかするから。
Is that what you're thinking? Well, thanks for being concerned. But I'm not as frail as you think.
あなたが思うほど俺は弱くないからな。
All unbuttoned his outfit and revealed the body that laid underneath.
それは
The cold won't affect me. 74% of my organs are cybernetic. Disclosure just for sure. Did the serpent do this to you? I wanted them to do this to me. I'm not like you. I lack innate Honkai resistance or stigma. This is the only way to survive. What happened to you? I survived a Honkai event that took place 2 years ago, but it left my body with several injuries. I joined the Serpent to find a way to heal the wounds, but the search only added to hopelessness. There was only one solution: abandon my biological body and rely on machines instead. And that is why I'm fighting for the Serpent. Funny, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with fighting for your own survival. Thank you, that's what I think as well. The Heart of Coal was home to an ambitious space elevator project that became a symbol of the city. The elevator also expanded. It was to be launched pad for a new area of space exploration, but disaster struck and transformed the incomplete elevator project into a Herrscher's lair. May, re-entering the coral elevator base, the Herrscher is sitting in the gardens. He has remained silent and unmoving. We stick to the plan. I engage her.
私は律者を迎撃する。
I need 10 minutes to set the trap and send you the coordinates. When I'm done, I do what I can if you need help. One more thing. The scepters have a short fuse. Act fast and lure the Herrscher to the right place. Roger, I'm moving in.
では行動開始。行きましょう。
Somehow the story after an hour unfolds. I don't think we will get her. And any time as a character, or in another form as a character. Since that characters that aren't alive become playable, it's already seen in Himiko. Himiko has quite some battlefields that you can play even more. She probably isn't alive anymore. At least from what it seems like. We haven't heard anything from her and nobody found her. But her body also wasn't found. So yeah. She could be alive at some place, somewhere. It would be rather nice. Oh, yeah. What annoys me in this fight is when the Herrscher of Ice is still at place. You can attack her, but you can't deal damage to her, since you need to wait until she teleports. Finally arrived. Which, yeah. Which make the fight without any use longer and harder than it would need to be. So, yeah. This really wasn't the fight that I liked the most. Oh my god, please take it. Not really fun just getting freeze. Yeah. Halfway, almost halfway. Much more. As if this fight hasn't taken long enough already. The forest garden was rendered by a rage vortex of Honkai ice and thunder. The two of power slashed, burned and crushed each other, and destroyed everything within sight. No physical law or rule of engagement could describe the ruthless nature of a battle of Herrschers. Wait in May, my trap is ready. Not the target to the indicated coordinates. With that, May transformed into a bolt of lightning, flying through gaps in the ice towards the indicated position. A cold steam tailed the indigo wake of thunder, spouting a blossom of razor-sharp ice to shred its prey. Bolts of energy penetrated the mist. From miles away, ravens sniped and shattered the deadly obstacles for May. I've arrived at the target location. Affirmative. I confirmed the Herrscher's path, activating the scepters of Duat. Wrapped in a sub-zero mantle, the Herrscher of Ice hurtled towards May. The Lightning Queen readied herself. All, now is the time. The response was unexpected silence. All?
May, 何があった？誰だ？フクロウ。この野郎。
He really does have other plans. Not that he will succeed with them, no matter what he does. Since meanwhile, Schicksalvagaries barricaded all passengers along the outskirts. Honkai beasts forged of ice hurled themselves at the defense. The two disasters had only just begun. Mastodon, the weather is becoming unstable. This cold Honkai steam is turning into a catalytic storm. Rita's face was somber with apprehension as she looked up at the darkened skies. We must neutralize the Herrscher before she disrupts the tropical climate system and create a global disaster. Redwith, how are the serpents doing? Well, it's just as Rita has said. The storm has cut our comlinks. From the last message we received, the serpents seemed to engage the Herrscher. But I think they ran into a few problems. The scepter officer named All betrayed them. And I also found something odd while studying in Sherrick's files. Repeat F switch to the COM display to show yet another file. Who is this guy? A survivor whom I found in one of Anna Sherrick's mission, the briefing fights. And can you saw male. Anna saved him during the Honkai event that took place in Asia 2 years ago. And this Mr. Shane happens to be the Serpent Officer All, whom I just mentioned. So this is the Serpent Officer met Anna before. Something doesn't look right. We should move at once. Squad leader, shouldn't we wait for comlinks to be back online? We should report this to headquarters. We can't risk waiting. We don't have the time. That's right. We now have to act according to our best judgment. Wait, Adolf. You mentioned that the comlinks were cut. How did you get the data? Yeah, it's part of being the official tool. Appeared this might happen, so I kept a local backup. Making unauthorized copies of data is a serious offense, Adolf. What? But I've only done it in case of emergencies. Rita, I'm giving you temporary command of the Valkyries. I'm heading in to check the Herrscher. Alone? Our positions here are just as important. I need you to lead the defenses and keep the Honkai at bay. Of course, and I beeped to see if servants try anything funny. Please be careful out there. Yes, and watch over this place for me. Yeah. So they knew each other before. The frost-covered street was traced through by a dark tail as through a line was drawn across the street. May was the place where the line ended and stopped before the ice. She swung her blade against the frozen barrier. She was alone in this bleak whiteness. She paired the Ice Herrscher's attack and slowly restored power that were drained by the scepters of the world. Raven, all, do you copy? May tried calling her fellow allies on her comm device, but there was nothing but silence. She pieced the evidence together and realized that they all pointed towards the impossible. She coalesced the Honkai energy and restored her Herrscher powers. She must find the Herrscher of Ice and uncover the ultimate truth. The mad truth. Yeah. I don't know what his plan is. Since he won't get far away. It's commonly said over and over again that nobody escapes the World Serpent if they betray him, and I don't think the World Serpent is alright with that. Her dormant comm device came to life. Raven spoke weakly through it. Raven, what's happened? All, you betrayed us. All? Why? I don't know. Used the scepters on you and then stabbed me in the back. He took my divine key, but he can't use the obtained powers without authorization. Are you alright? To be honest, I feel terrible. He used some form of neurotoxin on me. Don't waste time helping me. You must chase them down. Don't let him escape with that Herrscher. Take care of yourself, Raven. I go after the Herrscher. May, I have another piece of bad news for you. Durandal, she's heading to your position right now. Yeah. Don't know if that's particularly a very bad thing. Not the optimal thing, but could be worse. I think there would be many other persons that would be far worse. Don't I? Wait a minute, are you still in fighting shape? Of course I am. Then follow me. We don't have time to waste.
もう時間はありません。
Yeah, so.
急ぎましょ
Yeah. The leaf was silent and lifeless. Even time itself seemed to have frozen over. The Herrscher of Ice hovered above the fountain, tense, and feelings were hidden by a dark veil. Who she had just fought the Lightning Queen, the Ice Herrscher appeared to be extremely calm. She was expecting something. The man approaching her from a distance made no answer. The joints of old metallic skeleton cracked as he stiffly walked across the ice road. He called out her name as he staggered towards the Herrscher. We meet again, Anna.
う。また会ったな。
The ice began to shift. The Herrscher slowly raised her head. Her gaze rested upon his frost-covered face. She hovered towards him. The frozen beds of flower melted, allowing time to flow once more. I did not expect us to meet again like this.
予想外だ。
The Herrscher issued a harsh, unintelligible murmur, a lament of sorrow and regret. Or took out a glittering pendant from his pocket. The pendant gave off a warm glow that contrasted against his cold metallic body. Do you still remember this
この
pendant,
ペンダント
Anna?
まだ覚えてるか。
Do you still have the other half? Did you lose it? You were always the
君はおっちょ
careless
こちょい
one.
だからな。まさかなくしたりしてないよな。
He looked at the Herrscher and gave a bitter smile. It's just another thing that doesn't matter if you remember it or not. I fulfill my
君
promise.
が覚えてなくても、
Have no fear, no matter what happens today,
今
I'll
日
be
は
at your
何
side.
があっても、君のそばにいる。
I owe
こ
you
れ
my
は
life,
君に
and I
助けら
should
れた
gladly
命。
sacrifice it for your sake.
君のために最後の瞬間まで燃やそう。
There was determination in his soft words. Or then extended his hand to touch her cheeks. The Herrscher did not flinch. His tempting mechanical manipulators brushed against her face. Through his robotic instruments were intensive to temperature, and she had lost her. Do you sense? The judge sent a ripple that responded within both of them.
アナ、君がまだ諦めてないのはわかる。自分を思い出せ。崩壊に心を飲み込まれないように。
う。フクロウ。
邪魔するな、雷の律者。
行き
Yeah.
ましょう。
That's going to be interesting. Since both of them have, I would say, different plans of how this fight will go. Oh dear. I don't know what he has planned. Plans. Yeah, he can take out Waken and Raven. But I don't think this will last long enough for him to escape everything. To escape to wherever he wants to escape to. So yeah. I don't think he has planned this thing very far ahead.
行きましょう。
May and daughter preached the assignment of Honkai Beasts and came before all in the Ice Herrscher. All, do you know what you are doing?
何をしたか分かっているの。
Of course I
当
do.
然だ。
I will save Anna and free her from the shackles of Honkai. She will be human once more.
解放
I know what the World Serpent has in store for her. You've refused to give me a chance. I have no other choice. However, you proved to me that Herrscher powers could be mastered. Wait, May. I will help Anna do the same. Or took the Herrscher of Ice by her hand, a powerful blizzard engulfed them at once. You're not going anywhere. Thunder leaped into action and became a blue comet that streaked into the sky. May was rooted to her spot. Her heart was filled with twisting vines of conflict, indecision, and doubt. Many nights had passed since May left at Nagasora. She knew she had to decide eventually. May convinced herself that it was all for her. She did not to foil her destiny, and that this was the reason. She must do whatever it takes to seal the Herrscher of Ice. Yeah. The blizzard howled as the eye of the storm shadowed the tailoring space elevator. Thunder over the edgy warrior held out against the Herrscher in deadly cold. The stalemate between the Valkyrie and Herrscher was suddenly shattered by a bolt of lightning. Raiden glared at her foe, who lacking the scepter's withdrawal, she must find a way to seal her. She could not afford to lose. I believe I have failed to convince you. I will hear nothing more. I will not let you stop me. Then come and face me. Just as Osmel prepared his weapon, a highly pitched scream was unleashed from the storm. Looks like a nice place for a boss fight. And another fight against the Herrscher of Ice. Oh no. Some other Honkai beast which I don't think I have seen before. Interesting. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't like fights that take extremely long and don't have any content. Not just an enemy that is extremely difficult to defeat, but doesn't really play much of a role in the story. Avoiding really isn't fun, but it's alright. It doesn't seem too... It wasn't too difficult. And now the second part, the Herrscher of Ice, with her teleporting away thing. Again. I didn't like the first fight against her, and I certainly didn't like the second fight much more. And on click. really a fun fight. I thought the fight between Diana and Aiden was far more fun
私に服従しなさい
than this one, since at least there was a
やめろ穴を傷つけるな
キアナちゃん
The shattered veil revealed a sight familiar to May. She resisted the storm of her emotions and readied her weapon for a strike, but all stood before her to stop her blade. And May, you have to get through me first if you want to kill her.
まずは俺を殺せ
Severely damaged mechanical body felt poorly in the cold. Sparks flew from the faint symptoms, yet he refused to back down. May was taken aback. The decision that all made had made was too familiar. I'm glad to trade my life for hers.
キアナちゃんを連れ戻せるなら喜んで捧げます
She saved my life, and I should save hers in
彼女に
return.
救われたのですから
The man had made the exact same choices she did back then. I own my life, and I'm gladly died to protect her from you.
たとえ死んでも
Why do you hold back, Raiden May?
何を迷ってるんです
The comet stepped past her, her lens aimed directly at all. And then a mighty storm erupted right in the middle of the battlefield. The Herrscher's veil released a massive amount of energy stored within her core. May and Dundle held out against the bridge blast that swept over them. The entire island shook from the force. A gigantic glacial formation emerged from the later like a snow lotus. The freezing wave overwhelmed everything in sight. The Herrscher of Ice and all was nowhere to be seen. All supported the Herrscher and tugged along in the stinking city. She spent all her powers to deliver that blast. There were two fragile flocks of snow that would break apart in any moment. But however difficult every step could be, all refused to break or fall. There was only a single voice left in him. I do whatever it takes to help you survive this, Anna. Yeah. It really didn't help that she looked like Kiana. But yeah. At least for this. There is a bit more. This is the second part. And this extra missions, I will do all of them in a short time lapse. Since,
美しい世
yeah,
界の
I don't want to do
肩を
them.
並べ
So. And first one finished.
人類の楽しみはあんたの手にもある
Only a few more left to do. Yeah. And second one done. So EX3 and EX4 are the last one that I'm seeing. So yeah, and EX3. But yeah, the fights certainly get more difficult. But yeah, no problem. And now the last one. And last one finished.
勝って当然だよ。
And also the one that was the most annoying since, yeah, I needed to fight against this thing again. Oh yeah. But I at least got more crystals. Paving better soon. And with that I have done 20 hearts. And yeah, of course that getter would be too nuts if I did. But at least I could make a ranger to S-Wing 1 star and a few more of this flower things. So yeah. I tried this one. Firstly.
ステー
I think this thing would make more sense to do before, but in this chapter is so easy that it doesn't really make sense to do them before. I tried A. And finish. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what use it would have. to do them at all other than burning energy or fighting with no reason. But yeah, I would say that was it for today's video. In the next episodes I will do some story events. Probably a lot of story in the last videos, so yeah. Now I will try to concentrate a bit on events. So if you enjoyed the video, I would be happy about a like, a subscription and a comment. What you thought about this chapter, if you expected what happened. And yeah, I hope I see you again in the next video. Goodbye.